Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So we were done with body fluids and circulation in the previous chapter, and now we're going to the next chapter in human physiology, that is excretion, excretory products and their elimination. So this chapter again is similar to body fluids and circulation. It's a small one. We'll get done with it in about 3-4 classes. So in today's class we're going to finish different kinds of excretory products, the organs involved in different organisms, and the basic structure of the kidney. Alright, so let's get going. Okay, animals accumulate a lot of waste products like water, carbon dioxide, some ions, etc. Mostly nitrogenous products which have nitrogen in it, like ammonia, urea, etc. And these have to be removed from the body so that the body can function normally. क्योंकि waste को obviously निकालना पड़ता है. Alright. So the different kind of excretory products in different animals is ammonia, urea and uric acid. Urea and uric acid are just basically ammonia but a less toxic form. So what happens is, ammonia is very toxic. That means it causes a lot of harm to the organisms, and that's why a lot of water is needed to excrete ammonia. But there isn't a lot of water for all organisms. For example, organisms that live on land, humans, etc. So ammonia is excreted by marine organisms, alright? So aquatic amphibians, aquatic insects and bony fishes. So these are the three examples. You have to remember three examples for each of these. So ammonia is excreted by aquatic amphibians, aquatic insects and bony fishes. Now urea. Urea is what we excrete. What happens is, ammonia is produced in our body, then it goes to the liver. Liver may it gets converted to urea, and this urea is brought to the kidneys via different arteries and veins, our blood vessels, and there it's filtered off, and then we produce urea. So urea is produced by mammals like us, certain terrestrial amphibians, okay, and uric acid. Also urea requires like lesser amount of water to be released because we're conserving water here. We don't have enough water, so we'll try to conserve water, but ammonia requires a lot of water, so it's excreted by organisms which have water around it. Okay, now let's come to uric acid. Uric acid में तो सबसे कम water. You'll have the least amount of water required for excretion. So uric acid is released like pellets. Have you seen the excretory products of birds and reptiles? They're hard and very dry. So that is, they don't have much of water. So uric acid is the least toxic form. It requires the least amount of water, and it's excreted by reptiles, birds and snails, land snails. So yeah, these are the examples you have to remember for excretory products. Now let's come to the excretory organs. You know that humans have kidneys. So humans are obviously a higher level of organisms. So they have an entire organ, that is the kidney, for excretion. But organisms which are smaller in terms of their organization, they have simple tubules for excretion. Let's come to the first kind of organ we're going to learn about, that is protonephridia. We've pretty much learned about protonephridia in animal kingdom. So protonephridia is used by organisms such as platyhelminthes, and it's used by certain rotifers. It's used by cephalochordates, that is Amphioxus. Cephalochordate is a subclass of the phylum Chordata. So protonephridia, you just write the examples from Ncert. I'm just going to write it though. Platyhelminthes, cephalochordates and rotifers. Okay, next let's come to nephridia. You've heard of this term also. Also, protonephridia is also known as flame cells. This is probably the term you learned in animal kingdom, flame cells used in platyhelminthes. Let's come to nephridia. Nephridia are the organs present in Annelida like earthworms. Okay, there are a better version of protonephridia. So we're done with nephridia. The third thing which we learned in the cockroach chapter, that is structural organization, that is Malpighian tubules. Malpighian tubules. These are the organs which are used by insects for excretion of their waste products. And the final one is grain glands, which is used by crustaceans. Crustaceans are also kind of insects, but they require different kind of organs for excretion of their excretory products, and they're known as grain glands, and crustaceans are nothing but prawns and scorpions, etc. Okay, so we're done with the organs necessary. Let's come to kidney and its anatomy. Let me just give you an idea about how our excretory system looks. There's a diagram in NCERT, but there are two kidneys, okay, and they have two ureters that are arising from them, and then there's a urinary bladder here, and then there's a urethra here. So kidneys, ureter, urinary bladder, urethra. Now let's just take one kidney and analyze how it looks like. Okay, kidney is a bean-shaped structure. So it looks like a rajma ka dana, right? So kidney is a bean-shaped structure. It's brown in color, and its dimensions are about 10 to 12 centimeters in length, 5 to 7 centimeters in width, and thickness is about 2 to 3 centimeters. And it weighs from about 120 to 170 grams. I think you'll just have to remember this data for NEET, not for your board exams. Now let's come to this diagram. This diagram might be asked, so just remember it. Okay. And kidney is located in between your last thoracic vertebra. Okay, so our vertebral column consists of a lot of bones, and the first 7 are known as cervical, and then the next 12 that is attached to our rib cage are known as the thoracic vertebra. So the last thoracic vertebra and third lumbar vertebra. So after thoracic vertebra, there are 5 lumbar vertebra. So this kidney is located approximately from last thoracic to third lumbar vertebra. It's that much in length, and it is surrounded by a renal capsule. It's surrounded by a capsule-like thing. You can see it here, and it has this small opening here known as hilum. So hilum may say all these arteries, veins, the ureter and different nerves, they enter the kidney. So that's the small notch on the kidney. Then it has several medullary pyramids. Okay, now kidney is divided into 2 regions, that is cortex and medulla. And cortex, always remember, cortex matlab outside, medulla matlab inside. It's also used for adrenal also. Oh, by the way, on top of kidney there is this gland known as adrenal gland. You'll be learning about it in the last chapter of human physiology. Anyways, cortex is the outer part of kidney, idhar bahar ka jo dikh raha hai. And inner part is the medullary region, and this medulla has certain pyramid-like structures you can see here. They're called medullary pyramids, and they have the structural units of the kidney, which we're going to learn about, that is the nephrons. Okay, and this hilum, it opens into this region. You can see this entire region here, right? That is known as renal pelvis, and renal pelvis has these projections here known as renal calyxes. Wait, so this projection, this projection, this projection, this projection is the renal calyx, which projects into the renal pyramid. I mean the medullary pyramid. Okay, and sometimes what happens is this cortex region, it enters in between the medullary pyramids, and this is known as columns of Bertini. Okay, and this is the ureter. It comes out of the kidney. So basically the excretory products, they move from the ureter till the urinary bladder where it is stored, and udhar se it's removed from the body. So that is about the anatomy of kidney. In the next class, we're going to learn about the structure of the nephron and possibly urine formation also. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you so much for watching, and share it with whom you think it would be useful for. Like, share and subscribe.